A couple people in the audience have notified me about Marjorie Taylor Greene 2.0. Okay, this is a woman named Michele Fiore who is running for the governorship of Nevada. And quite frankly, Marjorie Taylor Greene 2.0 seems like a pretty good way to describe her. Article in the Las Vegas Review-Journal. Embroiled in controversies, Michele Fiore announces a run for governor. Las Vegas Councilwoman Michele Fiore said Tuesday she will seek the Republican nomination for governor, casting herself as a champion for conservative values amid a cascade of controversies that figure to be election cycle targets. We're going to talk about those in a moment, but she is under FBI investigation for campaign finance. She's been accused of breaking a fellow councilwoman's finger in an assault in City Hall, and more. So we're going to get to that in a moment. Here is the Michele Fiore campaign ad. It involves trucks. It involves guns. And yes, I think Marjorie Taylor Greene 2.0 is a great nickname for Michele Fiore.
I'm Michele Fiore, and I'm running for governor. I spent my whole life fighting the establishment. I was the first female majority leader in the Nevada Assembly and one of the first electeds to endorse Donald J. Trump. And you better believe I was attacked for it.
Imagine as a badge of honor bragging that you endorsed Trump before most other people, like as if that's something good.
Washington Post called me a gun-toting calendar girl. And Politico magazine said I was the Lady Trump. And I don't care. We need outsiders, fighters, not the same old boring, moderate, compromise, Lou Blazer politicians.
By the way, if you're only listening, when she said the same moderate politicians, she pushed over a TV that had an image of Mitt Romney on it, which again shows you the political alignment that's happening within the Republican Party right now.
Let's start with a 3-shot plan.
Oh, God.
Ban vaccine mandates, ban critical race theory, and stop voter fraud. The Joe Biden administration is coming after me.
Now, understand that, she says ban vaccine mandates. Okay. Ban critical race theory, by which I suppose she means ban the teaching of critical race theory, meaning that the governor decides what's taught in school rather than teachers and educators. And then she says, we're going to stop voter fraud. As governor of Nevada, you have no involvement in elections in any state other than Nevada. And Nevada is not even one of the places where it's been seriously, not that it's been serious anywhere, but whether they've really gone out of their way to allege that voter fraud took place in 2020. There was a little bit of it, but really the states were Michigan, Pennsylvania, Georgia, Arizona. So as governor of Nevada, what do you even have to do with voter fraud? It's all crazy.
I'm Michele Fiore, and I'm ready for the fight.
Okay, so she is in the middle of a number of different problems. In December of 2014, it was reported that the IRS filed dozens of tax liens totaling $1 million against her and her home health care business. The liens against the businesses involved unpaid employee payroll taxes. Nice, huh? She said, I am 100% in compliance, and blamed her ex-husband. She's dealt with the voiding of her home health care license. There's an FBI investigation. This is a very beleaguered individual. Also, in the days after the storming of the U.S. Capitol on January 6th, she attended the Republican National Committee's winter meeting on Amelia Island, Florida, where she said to the New York Times, I surely embrace President Trump. So a number of different problems and controversies for Michele Fiore. She is running for the governor of Nevada. And I think she seems in some ways even wackier than Marjorie Taylor Greene. Something about the video makes her seem even more unhinged, but maybe somebody that we're going to get to know. By the way, I also want to mention November 2nd in Virginia, there's a gubernatorial election. Just because we're talking about gubernatorial stuff, if you live in Virginia, make sure you're voting on November 2nd. I plan to cover the results of that race live. I think it will be interesting. As Bill Scher told us yesterday, he said, the results of the gubernatorial race in Virginia could impact Joe Manchin's willingness to do A or B when it comes to spending, infrastructure, et cetera. So that'll be an impactful and meaningful race in Virginia. November 2nd is the date. Is that right? I hope yes, November 2nd. So we're going to be streaming live the results on that night.